changes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It is Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. Just a week left in this month, and I have to make this video, and I think it's really important that I do, and it's clear we touched on it previously, but there are a lot of lockdowns and restrictions happening that have just begun in the last, say, week and a half. About 10 days ago, I remember, was the video that I made originally. It was in the middle of the week, and now it is getting worse for a lot of states. I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to talk those sort of things, but this is reseller dependent because it is appearing in my Facebook group relentlessly about stocking up for inventory. So I want to talk about what's going on, and I want to talk to you guys about what you can do to set yourself up and be ready for this when, and really not when, or not if, but when it happens, because it is going to happen. There's no question in my mind. Screenshot this video and mark it down, and what you can do to make sure you aren't on the short end of the stick. Speaking of my Facebook group, before we talk about that, I did start the promotion for my Premier Small Sellers. That's going to run through the rest of November and all of December. I'm helping support small businesses and small sellers on eBay stores. So I'm advertising them and promoting them out to my entire Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram, my email list, also to this here YouTube channel. So I will link that below. Please click on that list, scroll down, visit some of the stores, support these sellers if you're doing your Christmas shopping online, like I know a lot of us are, and make sure that you, look at the categories and the descriptions. If any of the links don't work, we're working on fixing them, but most of them should be okay. So check that out. I'll link it down below. First, thank you to all of those sellers as well. So a lot of stores are closing on Thanksgiving. No more Black Thursday. There will be Black Friday. Now, my question for you guys is, how are the stores going to handle these COVID restrictions with Black Friday shopping and Black Friday crowds like we are used to? It's an interesting question. I've seen that a lot of stores like Macy's, like Best Buy, like Walmart, like Target, like Kohl's are all closing on Thanksgiving Day. Good for them. I hated that anyways pre-COVID. But how are they going to handle the following morning, the following day, and the weekend with what is normally huge crowds shopping at stores that we have not seen since last year? Remember, COVID didn't exist in November of 2019, except in China, that we were told. So nobody was worried about anything last Black Friday or Christmas season. It wasn't a great Christmas season, but people were out shopping. So what's going to happen, especially for people that do retail arbitrage or people that want to just get regular Christmas shopping done and brick and mortar? So that works good for those of us in the online world. So that was kind of question number one that I had, and I saw the story. I'll try to link it below about the stores closing. So number two is the lockdowns. I've done some videos on the lockdowns on another place that I make some content, but the lockdowns have been being put in place for holiday gatherings, Thanksgiving. I'm sure they'll carry over to Christmas as well. And so these restrictions have been restricting less than 10 people or less than 20 people or whatever the state that you live in is doing from gathering, from being together. There's been panic buying at the stores, toilet paper, all the stuff we went through back in March is happening once again. So far, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, California, Michigan, all of these states have rolled out, Maryland as well, I believe, have rolled out a lot more restrictions. They're closing restaurants and bars that were opened up to like tier 3 or whatever they would call it. They've rolled them back to, from 75% to 25% or 75% to 50%. So they're slowly backing this down. And again, not to talk politics, but this is just me giving you the backstory for what is coming that's going to impact your reselling world. They're already backing that down before Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, as with the norm, there's going to be gatherings, and they're going to show us that there is a spike in COVID cases, which will then lead to reducing the openness, causing more lockdowns in December. And then after the Christmas gatherings, that they will again do the same news reporting, will end up in more lockdowns at the first of the year. I believe, in my opinion, and again, this isn't for politics, I think all of us on either side of the row can see that this is coming in January. They're going to lock this country down again, or a majority of it, as much as they possibly can. It's just, there's just no two ways about it. If you think otherwise, you really should watch some of the things that are happening and see the restrictions. So when it happens, how can you be ready? Two ways. One, please don't panic buy. Buy what you need for your house. Don't buy 5 carts of toilet paper, please. It's just not going to happen. It's not right, okay? People are going to try to price gouge. Again, it's gonna happen. They're gonna get suspended, they're gonna get shut down. Please don't do that. Step number 2, do not try to price gouge necessities, toilet papers and bread and waters and things and medicines and whatever, what have you. PS5s are not price gouging legalities, guys. You might refer to it as price gouging. It is not a necessity, it is a want, and somebody can charge $100 million for a PS5 if they so choose. That's just facts. You don't have to like it, and you don't have to agree with it, and I'm not saying whether I like it or agree with it or not, bots, otherwise humans, I'm just saying that's the law. Okay, so don't do that. The next step is you need to take the next month to month and a half through the rest of this year, take whatever inventory, money, whatever you can get, and stock up. People can't go out, they're gonna wanna buy online. They did it before, they'll do it again, so you'll be able to turn that inventory into money. You need to get as much as possible as you can out of the stores, if the stores are your normal shopping avenue. Empty those stores for everything that's good. Don't just spend money on something to spend money. Make sure it's profitable, of course, but get as much as you can. Don't miss a day of sourcing if it's at all possible. If you source online, make sure you talk to your suppliers and see if they will be open during a shutdown. Talk to them. If not, you're good. If they are going to shut down or they did previously, make sure to put in some orders from them as quickly as you can so that those boxes can continue to roll out so they don't cancel your orders. If all of this is confusing to you or in another language and alien talk, you need to learn how to source outside of your normal avenues. You need to learn how to be able to source when things are closed. So how are some of those ways? Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, all of these local marketplace platforms are fantastic. You can meet up with people, and you can even do it if you're totally into the social distance 6-foot thing. You can do it with almost contactless. You can make a deal with somebody who might have a box of 100 girls' shoes, pairs of shoes, women's shoes on Facebook Marketplace, and they want $3 a piece, $300, and you hit them up and you're like, I'll give you $250, and they're like, sold. So the two of you agree to meet in the Starbucks parking lot, or maybe they're in your neighborhood and you meet at the park, or whatever it is. They pull up in their SUV, they flip it open, and they could just stand off to the side while you take a quick look at it, and then you could PayPal them right there on the spot, or you could leave the cash in the back of the SUV and take your box. There's ways to do it. Be safe and be smart about it, handing money and PayPal and all that, but there are ways to do it even if you're being extra cautious. So that's one way, local meetups. 2 is to get deals with thrift stores and Goodwills and Salvation Armies and all of these consignment shops now. Because what happened in March was when they were closed and couldn't sell their merchandise, they were still getting a ton of donations that they couldn't do anything with. They couldn't put it in the store because the store is still stocked full because no one's shopping and buying, and all this stuff is piling up. There will be inventory available to buy from them. I promise you, make connections, get to know them, give them a business card, tell them to call you when it happens, explain to them what I just explained to you, that, hey, remember when all your stuff was stocking up, you couldn't do anything with it in March? It's probably gonna happen again. And if it happens again, please reach out to me. I'll be able to help you out. That's how I ended up with a tractor trailer load full of clothes. It's just a random, thing that it happened then for the first lockdown. Am I gonna do it again? We'll see. I'll be moving into a new house, so maybe not. I'll pass that deal on to someone else if I get it, if it comes along. But there are opportunities, absolutely ways to source. Again, your wholesale orders, if you order off sites or from private companies where you have boxes shipped in, definitely get deals going with them. Finally, the last thing that you can do is social media. You have to bang out that social media advertising and get people to offer you their inventory when they need the cash to pay bills. They can sell it off to you and you can be good. So those are the ways to do it. I talk about all of these in my 2020 package, the one that is down below linked, that's retiring. All of that, there's 12 different ways that I talk about sourcing outside of thrift stores. So definitely consider picking that up, because if nothing else, that one webinar video will help you learn how to source during a lockdown. Fantastic 90-minute video webinar. It's worth the sit down and the watch. Believe me, bring your notebook. Okay, so with that said, just a warning video for you guys. Be ready. The lockdowns are coming. This is not fear-mongering. This is not me putting out a negative video. This is facts. It happened once. It's going to happen again. And unfortunately, it's definitely going to happen this time by January 20th. Facts of life, guys. They've already said it. They've already said it. It's going to happen. So please be ready, and I wish the best for all of you. If you need inventory, I have a wholesale site as well. We will continue to operate because there is no in-person contact for any of our lots. Just go check out the website. I'll link that below as well. All the links I talk about here will be down below. And you can click on that and buy inventory from us any day of the week. So we'll be updating more lots coming. And if you want to sell some lots through the site, you can email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Thank you to all the small sellers that we are supporting. Please go visit them on that link. So you got the link to the small sellers, a link to pick up my training 2020 package, and the link to my wholesale site if you'd like to buy or sell through it, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Have a wonderful Sunday night, guys. I'll see you real soon. I'll get this video up quick so everyone is prepared. My ETA estimate is that the lockdowns after Thanksgiving, that's in a week, are going to get worse. And then by Christmas, and after New Year's, after the New Year's celebrations, whatever that amounts to, they are going to absolutely shut stuff down, no doubt by January the 20th. So you got about a month and a half to 2 months to get ready. Thank you as always. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos, updates, and news so you don't get stuck without inventory. Have a wonderful night, guys. I'll see you then.